This is the Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will from Game On. He's Cricket from sportspicks.locals.com. We're here to bring you the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. We are the most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet. We are your favorite sports show. We are most pro and always ready to game on. And here's what we got on the menu today. March Madness. I mean, what are we doing? What are we talking about? It's bracket week. Bracket. We only got a couple more days, Crick. We only got a couple more, but we do have some other sports news going on. But we're gonna talk about brackets, strategies, how to win, how to find that perfect bracket. Correct? How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I got reverse swept in the NBA last night.
Ooh! Please tell me you didn't take. Did you take any of the picks I gave you?
I took the under in the Knicks game.
Ooh, that barely went over.
Yep. I took the over in the Bulls game. Never sniffed
that went under.
Took the Warriors -4.5.
Ew.
Took the Wizards +6. That'd be 4 losers right there, sir. I did go 3-1 in hockey though. So
I mean, you didn't take the lock of all locks that I gave you.
Which one was that?
Bam. Under 18.5. He didn't even come close.
Did he not?
He had 12.
Yeah, not even close, man.
Not even close.
Not even close. Like I said, went 3-1 in the NHL though, so made a little bit of it back. It was all right. Not a bad day, man.
All right.
How you doing, sir?
Ain't mad at. I'm doing all right. Was planning on, of course, trying to get things going last night, but it's just kids. These damn kids, you know?
These kids, man. They'll do it to you, man.
Yeah.
Keep you on your toes.
I guess, yeah. Crick, I love this time of the year with the brackets because the psychology of everything. I'm filling out a bracket. Now, I just realized last night. Oh, wait, no. Okay, there's an updated picks thing right there. I'm like, this thing better not be locked in. But the psychology of everything, Crick, like it takes you through each region, right? So the point of this bracket, it's by the odds breakers. I'll show you right here. I love these fun little things too. So I entered in some of these contests and whatnot. But this one it's the upset bracket. So you get 1 point for picking everything right. But if you pick an upset, you get bonus points for the difference. So if you have a 13 beating a 4, you get 9 bonus points and so on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, but then it's the it's the usual 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 13 of like each round goes on, right? You know what I mean? Like because you got to pick it all beforehand. So you want to be right, but you also want to be a little daring. Now I sided on. I went a little bit more cautious at first, just going through. I only had it because I feel like it suckers you in because it makes you want to pick all these upsets, but then you miss out on a lot of points because you try to be cute and pick the upset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then if there are quite a few upsets, you know what I mean? It's tough. But I feel like this is a pretty chalky year. We'll see how it ends up playing out. Anyways, so I'm filling out my bracket. And I'll look through each. It gives you one region at a time, so I do it. Do, and I sit there and put some thought into it. I'm like, okay, do. Okay, You want to see what my final four was, and then this is the psychology of it, Crick. I get to the final four, and I look at the final four, and I go, "There's no way in hell that's going to be the final four." Even though I liked each region, I go, "This is plausible. This is plausible. This is plausible." My final four was Auburn, Florida, Bama, Tennessee.
All SEC, baby.
Yeah. I'm like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah, I got a feeling that ain't going to happen, sir.
I mean, it's 2 1s and 2 2s, so it shouldn't be that,
that far-fetched.
Yeah. But then I immediately, before I even figured out who I was going to pick as my champ, I was like, that's not going to happen. And I picked my championship. I go, we aren't going to have an Iron Bowl in the championship. But, that's where I landed for the first kind of look at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's hard to see that coming through like that right there. Like I said, there's some good teams in here from other conferences too, man, that are going to have something to say about all that. But the SEC has been solid all year long, bro.
Yeah, and we got to remember too, we do have these power conferences now. So it's like, which I wanted to get your opinion on here in a second, but it really isn't that crazy though. Crick, if I told you Auburn won their region, you'd be like, okay. If I told you Florida won their region, you'd be like, okay. If I told you Bama won their region, you'd be like, wow. I mean, but yeah, okay. I mean,
I can see it.
Yeah. And I said, hey, Tennessee won their region.
I could see it. It's there. It's there. They'll be doing it for the first time ever, but this is definitely a team that could do it.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. I mean,
but then I tell you all those happen. You're like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
But look, I did have some upsets here. Like I had Gonzaga upsetting the Houston, Clemson making it to Tennessee. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta go back through and look at some of this.
You got 20 of them, man, so it'll be all right. Leave that one alone.
I got like 25 if you count all the different ones.
Yeah, so you'll be all right, man. You got plenty of opportunities there.
That one's a special one though, because that's the upset one.
Yep.
Anyways,
who was the big upsets you had, man?
Well, like one region, I'm really chalky. The other regions, I've got some heavy upsets. So, like in that one, hold on. Why does this studio never updates like the total live viewers? I don't get it. Anyways, so like the Auburn region, I went like 1 through 8. I have no upsets. I don't have an upset until Marquette over in Michigan, right?
Okay.
Or Michigan State. But then you go down to this region, and I've got an 8 beating a 1. You know what I mean?
Man, let's go.
So
who do you have beating the 1 over there?
I got Gonzaga beating Houston. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen, but I was trying to see what would be plausible. Their KenPom rating's really good.
Houston's really good.
Yeah. I just thought if there's ever a team that can be, that could match up against Houston, it's got kind of a different style. Gonzaga's quickness, and they've been playing well down the stretch, and their KenPom rating's crazy. But Houston's defense is
nasty, sir.
Thank you.
Yep, it is.
I'll probably end up changing that one. Let's be honest.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be a bad change. I mean, that's a good Houston team, bro.
I know. I like Houston. I think Houston could win it.
I do too.
I think they're one of my favorites to win it, actually. But we'll see.
Yep, I do too.
Say hello to everyone over in the chat. Grass Guy's here. He says, it's back to work for me. I'll still be listening every day, just not in chat as much. Let's get him tonight. At it, baby, Grass Guy. I appreciate you being here.
That's right.
Patriot's here. What up, Patriot? Mont's in the house. B. McCormick's here, of course. Boku. Got the old Kraken avatar there. Love it. And Leslie's here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning,
everybody. Good to see y'all.
Good to see y'all. I can never tell how many people are actually here because this running through studio here, it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
What's it doing?
Well, it's stuck at it says we only have 11 people watching, but we have 20 something. You know what I mean?
Well, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning. We're live only on Rumble. Rumble, Tumble, and Bumble, baby. Well, Rumble and X. I don't really even count X because I mean, I know we get a few people here and there randomly that watch us on X. But I don't really. Do you ever watch live streams on X?
I don't watch a lot on X, man.
I only do if it's like I'm on there and it shows me that someone's live. Like last night, shout out to AJ from Degenerate Takes. He was live. If I know I'm not going to be able to click in and watch something, but I can click in for a few seconds and say hi, that's the only time I'll do it for X.
Yeah, I like to repost everybody's stuff, man, but I don't spend a whole lot of time on X when I'm not working during the day. I try not to stay on that too much.
Oh, come on, man. That's the place to be.
No, you get lost in them rabbit holes, man.
That's the place to be.
Try to avoid the internet as much as I can.
Oh, I don't know what to do with you. Happening opening day, says Heavy Steps. Why do we have NCAA thumbnail when we have our first MLB game? Because that doesn't count. This doesn't count. I know it officially counts, but it doesn't count. All right.
I was like, is it opening day
Also,
already?
you want to have opening. Don't start a baseball game if it's supposed to be the first game of the year at 3:10 Pacific time. Nobody's watching that.
Man,
Especially when you have a team from that time zone.
I was just thinking, I was like, hell, they had a little profit boost on Freddie Freeman to get a hit, like even money. I was gonna bet that, but too late now. I didn't know it started at 3:10 in the morning.
Yeah, 6:10 your time.
Yeah, boo.
Arla Costas, good morning, everyone. Cricket, did the Flyers confirm my suspicions? 1-6 on a 1-6 home stand, and we'll lose the next 3 away.
Real close, bro. Bro, that's a bad team. I bet the under in that game last night. He came through.
But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
He's back, baby.
I might be, man. Don't ask the people that took my NBA picks.
Yeah, well, we had some Japanese Dodgers get the start tonight. Good for them. And it looks like the Dodgers are winning 3-1. Yeah, these are officially the first games of the season, but the actual season doesn't start till the 27th.
I was starting to say we still got like a week or two, don't we?
Yeah. MLB getting way too cute. Way
too fancy pants, man. Hell, it don't matter. The Hanshin Tigers better than both them damn teams. They couldn't even score a run against them boys.
Did anyone bet the under in the MLB? No one knew there was an MLB game going on today, Steps. No one knew that it was going to start this early.
Our MLB expert didn't tell us.
Yeah. How about that?
Put that on you, bro.
Oh, boy. Yeah, and if you bet the under, I mean, a home run right here will screw that up real quick.
I started to say, you bet. What innings does that say that's in?
That's a 6. Top of the 6. 2 runners on, 2 out.
Home run would put you in bad shape.
I don't know what the total was.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be 7.5.
Real close when you get to 7, no matter what it's at.
7.5 or 8.5. Home run puts you in bad shape right there. 3 innings to go.
Yeah.
So if you bet the under, you got you a sweat.
This is true. This is true. All right.
They got off the field, Will. They got off the field there.
Okay. Well, your under's looking good then.
Your under's alive.
Your under's alive, baby. There was AJ's bracket. Ooh, they went for an hour 42 last night. Good for them. Dude, I'm gonna fill out some of these brackets that I have. I'm gonna go live tonight. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go live because I got to do it at some point, right? So it's like I might as well do. Sports said the total was 8 on my book when I checked last night. Okay. Aldercost says Will. So you think Auburn can go all the way? Houston, I think both those teams can. The hard thing I have here is you look at the stats and the history and stuff like that. The 2 teams they tell you that have the best chance to win it, and I know it's gonna not sound like a shocker, but Auburn and Duke. But then you got to realize those 2 teams are dealing with injuries. So then it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, but then it's like, well, all they got to do is get through this first weekend, which isn't easy. But you get through the first weekend, you get a little time to rest. But it's tough. It's tough because injury plays a factor. So then it's like, okay, so then who else can do it? But there's so many fun things like this your 3-point percentage versus your 3-point attempt rate. So I would imagine you would not want to take anyone below this line. You know what I mean?
That's what it tells you. I mean, that's what their metrics will say. Things like that. But there'll be some teams on the bottom of that line right there that make it to the Elite 8.
Oh, yeah. I was shocked to see St. John's so low.
Yeah.
They don't shoot threes.
I was
They don't make them.
3 balls not really their game, man. They like to go bang it down low.
I feel like in this kind of tournament, if you want to go all the way and win the title, you got to make some threes.
You're just going to run into one of those teams like an Alabama or something, likes to shoot a lot of them, shoots a pretty high percentage, runs up down the floor. So it gets tough for those teams. If they're shooting, if they're off that night, you can find yourself in a hole that you can't get out of.
Yeah. But then it's like this. Maybe Liberty here is going to be a good upset pick.
I'm taking Liberty Bibberty.
Over the Ducks?
That's going to be my 12-5. I think everybody's going to be taking Colorado State. A lot of people are going to take McNeese State. Who's the other one up here? You see San Diego. I have to look at them a little bit, but that Michigan team's been playing well. That Oregon team is the only one that I really see that I feel like of the 5 seeds, the Oregon team is the most fraudulent.
Any dark horses like maybe Bryant? Well, where's Bryant on this list? Because that will help me figure out. Because Michigan State's on the wrong side of things.
Let me see. Bryant is there. They are. They're about right beside Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. So they're in the same quadrant. So I knew they have a better 3-point.
I think that Michigan State team's going to be inspired
against Bryant.
Against probably up until they play about Auburn.
Yeah.
I think they might run through that thing. I don't think Marquette's as good as people predicted they would be this year. New Mexico's up and down, but I don't think they're going to get by Marquette. Iowa State showed me a lot of insecurities there, and then Ole Miss been up and down peaks and valleys too. I don't really see anybody that bottom half of the bracket that should be able to contend with Michigan State until they get to about an Auburn. Or I'm telling you, man, watch out for that Louisville team up there.
Louisville. Oh, Louisville.
So I might want to. It's never a bad pick to pick Tom Izzo to the Final Four.
It's true. I will have one of my brackets that has that. Even though I don't trust any of these teams. I just don't know what my final official bracket's going to be. But I am going to do some fun ones of like, okay, I'm going to take a look at this and see if I can find some upsets based off of this data, some other data. It's just fun to run through all these things. And at the end of the day, you need a little bit of luck. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You don't have to have some in this thing.
Yeah. Hey, West Virginia governor, quit being a pussy. This is the thing.
No.
They're opening investigation. I hate when they grandstand. First of all, these investigations go nowhere. It means nothing.
No.
Doing this to get some political points right now.
It's so stupid.
I do like the National Corrupt Athletic Association, though. That is funny. That's what Uncle Bob always calls them. The NCAA, the National Corrupt Athletic Association. But they're investigating the NCAA of why West Virginia was left out of the tournament. Hey, I don't feel bad for you because everyone had an equal chance to make this tournament. It's
There's
called
68 teams get in this. 68, not 12 like college football playoff, things like that. 68 teams get in. If you couldn't find yourself in one of those, shut up. Sit down. Go play in the NIT.
Yeah. And it's also, you had a chance to win your conference tournament. Do that, and they can't keep you out.
They can't. They won't let you. You got to go. If you win the conference tournament, you got to go.
That's what I'm saying.
You had your chance. You had the games to play. Whatever. You got let out. There's always going to be somebody let out. Like we said yesterday, all of those four to 8 teams that are on the bubble there, first 4 in, last 4 out, whatever, all that stuff. None of those teams got a chance to win that title. Not a single one of them.
None. Nada. Zip.
Yep.
Get them out of here.
Go play in the NIT. Enjoy yourself.
Did you see like a lot of the NIT, a lot of the power conferences decline the NIT. They're doing some other tournament instead.
Dude, that's bullshit too.
There was like 4 of them. I was looking at the NIT participants, and there was a lot of teams that declined. I was like, oh, maybe that means my Cougs got in. No. What the hell? What are my Cougs doing?
You're probably going to the CBI, the College Basketball Invitational or something.
I don't know, man. They're probably going down to
they got 3
I don't even know if it's still there anymore. There's this place. God, what was it called? They're going down to the Coug for from Taco Tuesdays. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, probably right. Getting ready for baseball season or something.
I guess. This Z rating thing, I've been following this guy. But these are some of the things like this is interesting. Just uses a bunch of data, and it shows you like these teams bad based off the ratings. Historically, right? If you fall so it goes with your seed list rank and your Z rating. I like right here. It says could literally do anything. Looking at some of the teams, you're like, yeah, BYU could go hot or they could lose the first round. Illinois, Ole Miss, Maryland, Aggies, you're like Michigan, St. John. Like you don't know what's gonna happen.
You really don't know any of those teams. Like they come out and score 100 or score 40.
I do like this. Your Vols are at the in between the could literally do anything and Sweet 16 run minimum, but usually one team loses the first weekend in this bunch right here. But then this is what I was saying too. This is like the best chance of winning it all right here is Auburn and Duke, and then you got Florida right there too.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
I would like to know all the metrics he's got into this thing.
yeah. Well, everyone's based off the metric. Everyone's got Gonzaga so damn high. I mean, look, Gonzaga's out here in no man's land, but it's because there's ratings. Their Ken Palm and everything is just so good. But and they've been.
I think that's skewed a little bit too because they got a couple games. It's like Portland State and shit. So I can only read so much into their metrics.
Look at the rating curse: Arizona, Kansas, and Xavier, and I'm like, and Oklahoma, and I'm like, yeah, it does always feel like if you told me that this is like these teams are cursed, it's like I could see all those teams shit in the bed.
I could too. I hate Xavier.
I hate Arizona. They always let me down in the tournament.
Yeah, they're another one that'll really get you bit. But I hate.
I wanted to ask you this, Crick, because this is the one thing that I think is fascinating about this tournament this year is we have all these power conferences now, and there could be an argument made both ways. One argument is these teams are now battle tested, meaning if you come from one of these power conferences, if you come from the ACC, you're battled. I mean, you've had to play games on the East Coast and fly out to the West Coast on short notice, and come vice versa, right? You have the SEC who had to play the who literally most nights it's a top 25, if not you're playing a top 10 opponent. So the SEC's battle tested. You have the Big 12 is deep as hell too, and it's like, okay, are they battle tested so they should be better prepared for this tournament, or are they worn down from beating each other up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way I kind of look at it. I'm like, I know the SEC looked like and probably is the best conference this regular season, but did they beat each other up too much?
You did. You had a lot of tough games on the road and tough spots and things like that. I mean, you do see a lot of guys injured from that conference. It's been more of a physical style of basketball. So, I mean, it could be something. We'll have to. It's too early to tell because we'll have to see how they fare in the tournament. Does that prepare you for the tournament, or does that kind of wear you down some going into it? So that will be something to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think it's too early to tell. Obviously, we haven't played any of the games yet. We don't know. Maybe that prepares them because you're able to play deep in games when they're in close spots. You're used to the pressure. Or, like I said, maybe you got some guys banged up that are not going to be able to be in your lineup because of the long regular season.
Well, my other thing, too, is are you also hindered by being too used to playing a certain style of, you know what I mean? Like if you are in the SEC and you're used to,
because you're going to see some of these teams, some of these mid-major teams that may throw up more threes or maybe
more threes, play a little more finesse, you know what I mean, that you're not used to. Different.
You could have some of these teams that like to play the up-tempo style that maybe some of these SEC teams aren't used to. You're probably in the SEC, you're probably going to be used to that because you played some teams that have done it, but not all of them do. So it depends on, what your schedules look like and things like that. But, yeah, you definitely find yourself in some unfamiliar territory throughout the tournament just by playing different style of teams.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man.
It's going to be interesting, man. Buku says, under till it's over, boys. That's right.
Oh, God, we have to talk about this because we didn't get to talk about it yesterday. I'm embarrassed that we have to talk about this.
Uh-oh. What's this about?
Crick, you ever think you see a legendary football coach, 73 years old, taking pictures for Instagram of doing cringy?
Is that Coach Belichick and his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Looks like Coach Belichick and his granddaughter.
You don't do that with your granddaughter. You shouldn't do that with your girlfriend. You shouldn't do that, period.
That's the kind of stuff you do with your little kids. You'll do that with Phoenix and Scotty.
Oh, yeah. That's perfectly fine.
That's what I'm saying. You'll do that's the kind of stuff you do with your grandkids if you're papa and stuff, man. That's your dad would be doing that with Phoenix and Scotland and stuff. That's the kind of stuff you do with your grandkids, not with your girlfriend, man. That's kind of weird. I can't, but let's give Bill a little credit at 73, 74 years old. Look at them legs. Them legs got some definition, man. Bill looked like he in shape, man.
Oh yeah, Bill, coach is in shape. And honestly, I don't know if when I get to 72 or 73 and I end up having a 24-year-old girlfriend or something, maybe I'll understand it and get it then. But right now, I just can't wrap my mind around it.
If I live to 74, I might be able to understand it.
It's like, coach, his whole personality, this persona he's given off for so many years. This is the last thing you would think that grumpy old man that's up at the podium would ever be caught doing.
Can you imagine?
It's one thing to do it, but it's one thing to like put it out there publicly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you imagine this when we're getting the clip of we're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. We never thought we'd see Bill doing some stuff like this, man.
We're on to the beach.
We're on to the beach. Coach Belichick living his best life, bro.
We're on to the Titanic.
Bill having him some fun. That's right, Arla. He's having him some fun for sure.
No. That's one way. That's one way to describe it.
Coach.
Best life. One thing that's funny, I forgot to tell you, was the other day we had our first twin fight.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Oh, dude, you were talking about Phoenix. I was like, oh my god. So, the boys were going to go brush their teeth, get ready for bed, and one of them left their iPad on the floor because he hopped off the couch or whatever, left the iPad. Scotty goes over, picks it up, is like, oh, iPad. Phoenix goes over and says, oh, I want that. Tries to yank it out of Scotty's hands. Now, Phoenix is the aggressor. She is she's gonna be my little scrapper. She's mean too. When she wants to be mean, she's mean. But for some odd reason, my sweet little Scotty, the only time she gets pissed is when it's ever her little sister tries to grab her. By little sister, I mean by like 2 minutes. Tries to like do anything to her, right? And that's when she shows her aggressive side. But Scotty's usually the sweet one. Well, Phoenix goes to yank it out of Scotty's hand. Scotty says, hell no. And then next thing you know, they're both screaming at each other, correct? And have you ever seen two cats just
yeah
like that?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened, to the point where both are crying, both are red-faced, both are screaming at each other. And I kid you not, they're punching each other in the face, Crick.
Yes. Yes, started young.
It happened like that. It's right in front of me. I got Cal in my hands. I'm like, what? And I had to break it up. My wife's like, oh boy, no. She runs over there. She's like, nope, this is a bad one. This is a bad one. And
that's the bad one.
Oh my God. And I'll be damned if Scotty didn't end up with the iPad.
That's right. So you know it's my iPad. Let's go, bro.
Oh man. That was the first time that's ever happened, and it was scary.
First of many,
shocked me.
First of many, I'm sure, sir.
Oh, yeah. It does make me feel good though that Scotty's got that in her though. You know, she's not going to be a pushover.
No,
she's the sweet one. She's the sweet one.
Yep. Ain't gonna take this though. My iPad, damn it.
This is me, Crick, when I hit my parlay. Just to let you know, anytime I ever hit a parlay, this is me. It's my feeling.
Yeah. Right.
The confidence, the swag.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Here we got some early first round line movement. Mississippi State opened up as a 1.5 dog. As of yesterday, they're a 2.5 point favorite. Houston minus 25.5 to minus 28.5. UC San Diego plus 4.5 to plus 2.5. Gonzaga minus 4.5. A lot of people like Gonzaga, which makes me nervous, but a lot of people like Gonzaga. And they're now a 6.5 point favorite. Vanderbilt plus 5.5 to plus 3.5. High Point is a popular one of plus 10.5 to plus 8.5. I think on principle, even though I do like High Point, I think I'm going to have to fade High Point just because everyone and their mother is going to have it in their bracket.
You think so?
I'm not saying I'm going to lay 8.5 with Purdue, But I feel like a lot of people, one of their upsets is going to be High Point.
I think it's a good upset pick, man.
I don't disagree, but when we're talking strategy here with these, this tournament,
Yeah. Yeah, if everybody else is picking it, you want to go contrarian.
and Montana plus 18.5 to plus 16.5, Oregon minus 4.5, and is now minus 6.5 versus Liberty Bibbity.
That was moving the wrong
I feel
way.
like that's a game where you you alt line it. You do Oregon minus 9.5, and then like Liberty minus 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Based off that chart and what we know about Liberty, if they're making their threes, they're going to probably blow Oregon out. And if they're not making their three, Oregon probably handles this game easily.
Project, where's this one played at? Do we know that?
NCAA tournament.
Yeah. I think it's in like Seattle or something, though. So it's easy travel for Oregon.
Yeah.
Which always blows my mind when you got a game in the East bracket played in Seattle, Washington.
Oh, I saw some stats that you want to fade high altitude teams in this tournament in the first round.
Really?
Yeah. It was showing. I was looking at the history of it, and it kind of made sense. But then I was like, well, what do you do though when you have BYU who's playing at high altitude? You would think that those stats you would throw out the window, right?
Yeah. You'd think.
If anything, you would think it'd favor them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I would think that they would be a little more in shape, a little more ready to go.
You couldn't tell Belichick had it in him wearing those Mr. Rogers sweaters.
It's true.
Mont says never take health advice from people who recognize more than two genders. That's
agreed, sir.
That's very true.
Agreed.
Kirk, I need to go make some coffee. You want to talk about what happened in hockey last night?
Yeah. If I gotta get it pulled up here.
You seem wide awake this morning.
I'm moving slow this morning, buddy.
I can tell you've yawned like 10 times.
Yeah, I'm moving real slow this morning.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Patriot. Real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Shout out to Patriot. He got his replacement shirt.
Nice.
Replacement shirt, and I threw in an extra hat.
Nice.
Yeah, I gave him. I sent a hat, just a little. So if anyone ever wonders, if you buy some of our merch and something isn't up to par, doesn't matter if the company we use makes it right or not. I will personally make sure you get what you paid for and get it replaced if something's not right. So Patriot got his new shirt and threw in a little bonus hat for him. So
there we go, baby. We love that.
Appreciate you, Patriot, helping us out, supporting us.
Men of the people, sir.
That's right. That's right.
Let me
I'm gonna go make some coffee though.
Go make you some coffee, bud. With this thing pulled up here. There we go. We're cooking with peanut oil now.
Just a bump, you know.
Yep, just a bump. Just a bump. All right, y'all. We'll recap a little action on the ice last night. We did go 3-1 on the ice. We got swept in the NBA, but ice made up for a little bit. Made it not near as bad a day. We did take this Bruins money line. I wound up seeing it moving around a little bit. It was plus 102 for the Sabres yesterday. We took the Sabres money line, excuse me. But it was plus 102 for Buffalo yesterday morning. It wound up moving all the way out to minus 108 when I took it. And it did come through for us. It was tied 2-2 after 2 periods. Scoreless third period goes to OT. The Sabres do win it in OT. Yet Alex Tuch wins it with the late overtime winner there. So Sabres now 27-33-6. Bruins 30-30-9. Now dead even 500 right there. I got a lot of work to do to get in those playoffs. Sabres did win that one 3-2 last night. We had the under in the Flyers Lightning game. Took it down to 5.5. A little plus, I believe it was plus 120 on that thing. And it came through easy, man. We didn't even have to sweat this one. One goal by the Lightning in the first, another goal by the Lightning in the third. They win this thing 2-0. Nikita Kucherov did have a goal in this one. The Flyers did not have a pulse in this game last night. Arla Carl's been telling me this team's bad, man. They are bad. They are bad, not playing very good hockey at all right now. But the under comes through for us, under 5.5 right there with a 2-0 Lightning win. Devils defeat the Blue Jackets last night. They were up 2-0 after the second period. Blue Jackets do get within a goal in the third, but that's close they got. Jesper Bratt did have the goal for the Devils there, or I have a goal for the Devils, excuse me. But the Devils do win that thing 2-1. They're trying to hold on to that playoff spot, and I believe they're going to wind up getting there. Maple Leafs, we have the Maple Leafs minus 1.5 right here, and they do come through in this one. I was thinking about the under in this one, but glad I did not mess with that. We just took the minus 1.5 plus 124 with the Maple Leafs. Tied after the first period, 1-1, but the Maple Leafs put up 4 in the second. Both teams had a goal in the third. Maple Leafs win this one 6-2 right here now, 40-24-3, 21-13-1 at home. The Flames are 30-25-11, 12-14-6 on the road. Fade the Flames on the road, y'all. And the last one of the night, I was torn with this one, whether I want to take the Wild money line or the Kings on the other side, and I wound up deciding to go with the Kings puck line in this one. They did go up 1-0 in the first, but the Wild tied it up in the second and add 2 more goals in the third to win this one 3-1 right there. They are now 38-25-5, and the Kings are 36-21-9, but the Wild get it done last night. And that's your recap for hockey, man.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now I just got to wait for this coffee to be made.
You got to start that before you get rolling, man.
Yeah, we're running a little behind this morning, you know.
Pingal said, put a fork in CBJ. They done, man.
You know what we should start doing is parlaying some of these terrible hockey teams with terrible NBA teams.
Yep.
I got to quit from the same city.
Yeah, for sure. I got to quit betting overs on terrible teams in the NBA.
Yeah, that's not advised.
Whatever. Then when I bet the under, they scored 300 damn points.
Maybe
hell with a bad team.
Have you tried being better?
I'm trying. I'm always trying.
Dude, of course, you know me. I entered in a lot of these fun. I bought their like little March Madness packet, so I get like a bunch of different things. So there's the like the big bracket, your normal March Madness, fill everything out, right? Bracket here. Then there's the $100 tier. So I bought that one, of course, because I'm a degenerate.
Right.
And you got a lot of these fun. I don't know what this one is. But let's fill out some brackets, huh?
Mm-hmm. I agree, man. I love filling out brackets.
Did you dive in? How did your journey go yesterday diving into these?
I didn't dive very far yesterday.
Just dipped your toe in.
We just dipped it in, man. Just check the water. It's fine. I'll probably dive in a little more today. I have to dive in somewhere, pump the brakes this afternoon. We'll have to get Steph's opinion and all that, man. I'm trying to get everybody's opinions before I go diving too
Chat,
deep.
Should we have a one of the 20 brackets I have? Should one of them be let's just fade everything Crick tells us?
That probably wouldn't be a bad bracket.
The fade cricket bracket, just to see where
that probably would not be a bad bracket at all. That one might go perfect.
Every time there's a close one, obviously you're not going to just pick a 16 over a 1, but every time there's a close, like for example, I like Maryland, they're going to end up in the Sweet 16. All right, let's fade it.
Yep. I don't hate
Get
it.
Get them out of here.
I don't hate that idea. I've always wanted to do that. It's hard for me to fade myself. You know, I wind up flip-flopping back and forth. I think y'all should do that.
This one's is the March Madness seed battle. I don't know what that is. So let's read the rules real quick. Pick 8 teams for the tournament. Each time they win, they you add their seed value to your point total. Most points win. That's cool. So example A, 1 seed winning the whole tournament gets you 6 points. A 12 seed winning 1 game gets you 12 points.
I like
it. Oh, give me one, Crick. Give me one that you like. Whether it's a favorite or whoever. Who do you like?
To win the whole thing?
No, it's this thing, the seed battle. Who's going to get us the most points? Meaning, is a 1 seed going to win it, so we just lock that in and get the easy, quick points? Or do we have some of these? I feel like if your gamble here is just to take a team and hope that you can get one of these double digits to the Sweet 16. You know what I mean? I feel like don't waste your picks up here. Because, like it said, even if Houston, Duke, Florida, whoever ends up winning the whole thing, you only get 6 points.
I think you look at the.
Whereas if you have an 8 seed in the Sweet 16, that's 16 points because they've won two matches, 2 games.
Yeah. Go down some.
Patriots says still 3-1 Dodgers top at the 8th. I told you the under was the way to go. I kind of like BYU.
I was going to say, I kind of like the 6 seeds there, man. I think a 6 seed could make a run into this thing. There's a couple of those teams that I like there. I like that Missouri team if they can get by Drake. I like BYU. Illinois has shown the ability to put up some points in spots. Ole Miss has been peaks and valleys, but they can beat some good teams. So I think the value is probably on the 6 seed line.
Yeah, the problem with that is I could literally see every one of these 6 seeds losing the first round.
Mm-hmm. You could, but they won't.
They won't, but I mean, I like a lot of the 11 seeds.
Yeah, I know. I think 6-11 is probably the new 5-12.
Isn't the best bet to do here is to just take, you know what it is you know what you could do, even though it's really tough, you could take like one strategy could be you just take an 8 seed and take the 9 seed that they're matched up against. One of them's moving on, Crick. And then you just cross your fingers hoping that now they got to play the 1 seed, so probably not. Maybe you do the 7-10.
Yeah, 7-10 could be. Who's the 10 seeds?
New Mexico,
There are,
Arkansas,
yeah.
Vanderbilt, Utah State. A lot of people like Utah State.
There could be some value on those 10 seeds there with Arkansas too.
Arkansas versus Kansas. God, I gotta do that.
Yeah, I like Arkansas. Arkansas can make a run out through that thing. You got Calipari as the head coach, a guy that knows how to win this time of year.
Oh yeah, could you imagine he does that, then he knocks off St. John's?
I could totally see that happening, dude.
You think so?
I could totally see that happening.
Where are they at on? I want to see where they're at in the Z rating. Where are they? Where's Arkansas on the 3-point shooting? You would think that they. I don't see them. Here, you're better at finding these logos than I am.
Let's see there. I don't see Arkansas either.
I don't. Do you see him? I don't see him. Oh, they're right here. They're right underneath Georgia.
Might be under Georgia right there.
Yeah. So they're not that great. But St. John's isn't either. And then who are they going up? They're going against Kansas. Kansas a little bit better.
Yeah, Kansas right on that line.
I just don't trust Kansas away from home.
I don't trust that Kansas team either. They'll probably run to the Final Four now. But
God, this is going to be interesting, man. Basically, if you can find an 8 seed or higher that makes it to the Sweet 16.
You got to remember, we always have one of those damn 11 seeds in the playing games make a little run too.
Yep. I like Texas or Xavier, personally.
Fuck Xavier.
I know, you hate him. Xavier's high up on that 3-point shot list. They don't take. I mean, they're actually pretty good. They don't take. They take about 38% of the time they shoot threes, and about 39% of the time they make it. That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
And who was the other one? Texas. Texas is in there too. They about 36% of the time they take threes, and 36% of the time they make it.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you got a long shot down here that you think that could win one? Everyone's going to go for the 12 seeds.
I think you look at the 13s if you're looking for somebody to make a little run out through there, get some extra points. You got to figure you get a 13 to the Sweet 16.
Oh,
Yale or High Point.
Or the Lopes.
Lopes ain't beating Maryland. That ain't happening. Sorry, Buku. Sorry, Buku. Lopes ain't beating Maryland.
Here's the thing. If you take a 14, 15, or 16 seed, you're pretty much hoping that they just win that first one, because it's rare that these seeds get to the Sweet 16. They'll upset and have a knock someone off. But
yeah, but they're still going to have to play a stud in the second round too.
God, if you could pick it out perfectly, where you have like one of those, you pick the 13 that wins and upsets, and you pick the 11 seed that wins and upsets, and then they're facing each other. One of them's guaranteed to move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a lot of points for this tournament. I don't know.
It's a lot, man.
That
was tough right there. That's a tough way to do it.
Yeah.
I like it, though. Megatron said, wish we could post our bracket up somewhere. You can, man. You post over at Sports Picks. You post over at GameOn.locals.com. Post it either spot.
You can enter our contest. All right, Kirk, let's fill out a bracket. This is the only second one I've filled out. Over here of my 20. By the way, shout out sportsbetting.ag. They gave me a free $7, so I'm going to put that on something today. Fun little
There
parlay.
you go. That's right.
Fun little parlay.
Fire it at him. Fire it at him.
Who
Go
was
ahead.
it? There was someone the other night. I think it was Saturday night. I was going to come in here and bitch about it. But I used one of my free $7 parlays to win $2,500. And I think it was the Knicks that screwed me.
Fucking Knicks.
I know. All right. Let's fill one of these out. What time are we at? Oh, we're good. Auburn. And you like Louisville?
Louis.
What theme do we want for this one? Do we want to just try to fill one out that we think is going to happen, or what do we want to do?
Let's just fill. We're only at number 2 here. Let's just fill this out how we think it's going to go. We've been stewing on this for a little bit now. We've had maybe some change of opinions. Let's just roll with it.
All right, Michigan, UC San Diego.
Take UC San Diego in that one.
What do you know about UC San Diego?
Not a lot. I know the line's going down. Something's weird. I don't get to see a lot of UC San Diego games. They don't start till 11 o'clock at night my time. So I have seen a lot of Michigan games too. I don't really trust that team.
I don't either.
Just won the Big Ten championship. That would be the perfect thing to do. Win the Big Ten, just like Auburn did last year. Win the SEC championship, come in, lose to a 14 seed or something.
Hold on.
Feels like something Michigan would do. I just noticed they put Michigan State in the same bracket too.
Because they know they're never going to meet each other.
No, I don't think so either.
Let me see. I'm just checking. I'm checking something. I got a guy who knows a thing or two about this tournament. I'm seeing if that person has nothing. I'm seeing nothing for this one.
Nothing. It means they don't know, man. Muck fishing, Buku says.
He says what?
Muck fishing.
Muck fishing. All right. All right, we'll roll with it.
I walked 27 miles looking for Muck fishing shirts. Still ain't found one.
This makes me nervous because everyone's most popular pick, especially I was listening to my San Antonio sports radio show.
Yep.
Even everyone down there who are all Aggie fans think Yale's going to upset the Aggies. And Yale has the history of upsetting teams just like last year, right?
It's not happening.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not happening. A&M about to make a little run here.
You think so, huh?
Sweet 16 at least.
Oh, wait. Sorry. You said UC. There we go. You think A&M can do it, huh?
A&M's a good basketball team, man. They're physical. They can shoot the three. That's whether they're hitting them or not. But A&M's a good basketball team. They were in the top 10 most of the year.
Auburn versus Louisville.
Let's take Louisville on that one.
What?
Let's just go a little crazy on this.
Crazy?
Let's go a little crazy on this one, man.
All right.
Yep.
Ole Miss versus UNC or San Diego State.
I like Ole Miss in that one.
Why do I not trust Ole Miss at all?
Because they have shown the ability to be fraudulent this year for sure.
Give me Iowa State. Marquette, New Mexico. Now that chart and stats I was reading says fade high altitude teams.
I like Marquette. I like Shaka Smart.
Do you like Bryant?
No.
Okay. Now Marquette versus Michigan State.
Sparty.
Okay. Iowa State versus Ole Miss.
Iowa State.
Oh yeah. Should this be our one that we have Sparty going deep?
Yep, I think so.
Now A&M and Louisville.
Louisville. Yep. Disrespected have been all year long, man. Take the Cardinal.
I'm over at Jens. We're gonna go Aggies.
Bookmark.
Just because I don't have the Aggies going deep in any of these yet, so I was like, you know what? Let's just.
Since you had Louisville going so deep.
Yeah, well,
anybody but Auburn winning that damn bracket, any of the ones you filled out so far?
Here's the thing.
What could go wrong?
Here's the thing. Let's say Louisville doesn't beat Auburn. This way, if that happens, Texas A&M could still beat Auburn. I've seen it happen this year. So
You have. It happened not that long ago.
So that, just kind of hedging that one. And then we'll go Michigan State over A&M. Izzo back in the Final Four. Wow.
Imagine that. Seen that movie before.
Wow. Florida, who do you like, UConn or Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Memphis or Colorado State? Everyone's picking Colorado State.
Everybody's picking Colorado State. Memphis winning that one.
All right. Maryland or the Lopes? I already know this one. You like Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri or Drake? Drizzy Drake.
We took Drake yesterday. Take Missouri in that one.
All right. I'm going Tech. I really hate this Kansas team.
I do too.
Let's go.
Like I said, they'll probably run to the Final Four now that we're just.
They probably will now. They'll probably be in the Sweet 16, and everyone will calm down about the season and whatnot.
Right, they will. They'll relax.
Dude, these are so tough.
Let's see who's that one. Texas Tech and Missouri. Take Missouri in that one.
God, that is an ugly Sweet 16. So ugly it just might happen.
So ugly it just might happen. You take Maryland over Florida.
You really think Maryland can beat Florida?
I do.
The Terps? What are you, Scott Van Pelt?
We're gonna go a little contrary. You override me on that one? Do you take Florida or Maryland?
I took Maryland.
Nah.
Boogus says Crick's rolling in slow-mo. This is true.
I am rolling in slow-mo this morning, man.
Missouri or Arkansas?
Arkansas.
Calipari back to the Elite Eight.
Maryland to the Final Four, baby. Michigan State, Maryland.
We do this
all
shit,
Big
and
Ten.
we have a Big Ten. God, it's not going to happen that way, Crick.
Everybody talked all that shit about the Big Ten this year, man. They're going to wind up with 2 teams in the Final Four.
Not going to happen. I already hate this bracket.
Already hate it.
I already hate it. This is a waste of a bracket.
This is the winner right here, baby.
Probably. Okay, we got Duke. Mississippi State or Baylor?
Mississippi State.
Go ahead and put Duke in the Sweet 16.
Why do I feel like that's one where every year we have some weird 1 seed that we never saw losing? Why does it feel like Mississippi State could win that game?
Oh, they could. Absolutely could.
Especially if Cooper Flagg's on 100%.
Yeah, but then we're going to take.
We know one thing for sure, that all the 1 seeds aren't losing in weekend 1.
This is true.
We do know that.
It's true. Oregon, Liberty Bibbity. You like Liberty?
Take Oregon on this one because we took Liberty Bibber in the last one.
Do you think Akron has a chance against Arizona?
No.
I don't think so. Oh, whoops. I hit the wrong one. There we go.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Oregon, Arizona. Good old-fashioned Pac-12 rematch.
Arizona.
BYU, VCU.
Take VCU in that one.
Do you really think they have a chance, though, to beat BYU?
I like the BYU team, but if BYU plays anything like they did against Houston the other day, they're shooting that bad, and that's one of those high-altitude teams you're talking about fading.
Yeah, but they're in Denver.
So you only fade them if they're playing out of high altitude. Okay.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Maybe I take VCU as one of in that contest of like the seed thing. Because if they beat BYU, I think I like them against Wisconsin.
Who is Wisconsin playing again?
Montana. They're going to beat Montana.
Yeah.
Even at high altitude, they're going to beat Montana.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, they're like 15.5-point favorites.
We'll take VCU to beat Wisconsin in this one. We know what this bracket's done screwed anyway.
It's true. I'm talking about the other thing, though. That other one that we're looking at, because if VCU as an 11 seed can make it to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those 11 seeds going to have some value on that line. Because you got the 2 playing games, too.
I think what I should do is take BYU and VCU in that one. Whoever wins, I really like to beat Wisconsin and make it. So I could either have a 6 make it all the way there or an 11 make it all the way there, and that's 22 points.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that matchup for sure to win the next one.
St. Mary's, Vanderbilt.
Take Vandy in this one. We took St. Mary's yesterday.
Arizona, Duke.
Take Duke to the Final Four in this one.
I have a feeling Alabama's going to screw up somewhere, right?
Maybe. They're once again, depending on how they shoot the basketball and the health of Grant Nelson. He's got that undisclosed injury. He didn't play the second half against Florida. So it really depends on that guy. That's not the same team without that guy out there. Takes away a lot of what they can do. So it really depends on his health.
Okay, Houston. I'm going to go Zags. Clemson and McNeese. A lot of people are liking McNeese.
Take McNeese in this one, just in case. I think that's a really popular pick, too. And I think with Will Wade being the coach, a lot of people are going to pile on that one. I really like that Clemson team. But we got to have one where we at least take McNeese.
This is just get all the shit picks out bracket.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
What's the name of the shitty bracket?
Appropriately named.
Does Troy have any chance of beating Kentucky?
I mean, there's always a chance, but I doubt it.
I don't.
Kentucky's one of those teams.
I know. Yeah.
I don't think Kentucky should be a 3 seed. That's the only thing that scares me. If they were like an 8 or 9, I'd be scared to death of them. But I do feel like they should not be a 3 seed. So it could be one of those years where they shit the bed early. But I don't see a world where Troy beats them.
UCLA, Utah State.
Take UCLA in this one. We took Utah State yesterday.
Pedro says Create needs to do a slap shot watch party stream for us.
Y'all okay with me falling asleep, man? y'all just watch. I'll be snoozing back here. I know that's a great movie, man, but I might have to check it out, Patriot. I don't know if I can do a live stream with you, man. I don't know if I can do that.
What's that? Who'd you say? Utah State, UCLA?
Take UCLA in this one.
What about Tennessee, Woodford? Who do you got in that one?
That's Wofford, but Tennessee.
Wofford, win a game, and then I'll get your name right.
Woodford is a whiskey.
I know that. I know that. How did Kentucky and Tennessee play each other this year?
Kentucky got us twice.
Ooh,
revenge game. This is the one I want to see, man. Tennessee. We ain't losing to them 3 times.
Purdue versus McNeese. We'll go Purdue.
Purdue, and Houston. Houston in the Final Four in this one. We took Tennessee yesterday.
Oh, God. Do we really have to watch a Big Ten team go up against Houston or Duke?
Look that way. Go ahead, take Sparty against Houston. Houston wins it.
I like it. Sparty, Houston. Total can't be higher than 145, right?
Put it at 143.
Booyah.
Booyah.
Another bracket down. 18 more to go, Crick.
18 more to go. We're going to have to do more than one a day if we're going to get there, bud.
I'm going to do like all of them tonight.
I was going to say, you guys have those things filled out, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, let's do a little, hold on. Who do we got today? Come on, Paige.
My highlight parlay yesterday that I gave out on the show.
Ooh, tell them about it.
I didn't win a single pick. If you would have flipped
There was a
my,
huge upset. Nicholas, huge upset. We're gonna get there in a second. But tell them about your amazing parlay.
if you would have flipped every one of my picks on my amazing highlight parlay yesterday, you would have won a massive, massive amount. I was just looking back at it this morning, going back, recapping a little bit, and I lost every single pick on that thing. I did see where a couple of them were voided out. I guess we had an injury or something happen last night that we did not get all of the matchups we were planning on getting, because I did see where some of the picks were voided out on the parlay, but the ones that were not voided out had big red X's next to them. So if you would have flipped my parlay yesterday, you would have won all the damn money in highlight. So we'll have to see if we can do a little better than that today. Looks like I'm looking at the early odds in this thing, and we got some big favorites today. So, but yeah, I couldn't find one yesterday, bro.
Yeah, there was a couple last minute swap outs. Kind of ruined things.
Okay, I noticed that I did have a couple that were voided on there, and I figured there was an injury or something like that happened.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay, well, let's do that right now. Hold on.
We got some big favorites today, man.
There's always big favorite. Maybe it's upset week. I mean, Nicholas was like a +3 something dog, and he won in 2 sets.
You could have got some real juicy money to bet him win 2-0.
Mm-hmm. I tried telling you guys. No one listens to me.
Nobody
listens to me anymore.
Pingal says Woodford's a great whiskey for that matter.
Yes, indeed.
That is some good whiskey. You ain't wrong.
Indeed. All right, cricket. It is Highlight Tuesday. We got more highlight matches today. The World Highlight League is a sponsor of this show. We cover it every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Little recap of last night's action. The Devils 4-2 victory over the Chargers. This is huge. Now they jump them in the seedings. By the way, guess who we have on tomorrow's interview?
Who's that?
A guy that's been on the show before. He's on the Fireballs, who are currently in first place. So, he's going to be in here just up high, feeling good. Jedin's coming back, baby.
Let's go, baby. All right, man. I love that.
Yeah, Julie sent me that yesterday. I was like, let's go. That's going to be great, especially since the Fireballs are currently in first place.
That's the Devils. That's the first one we brought in here, man. Let's go.
I know it's going to be good
to talk to him.
Yeah. Devils win 4-2 last night. We had a couple of upsets. Nicholas over Zulaka, 2-0 victory over Zulaka. Zulaka was like a -400, 300 something favorite, man. A huge upset. Eat your B-Day beat our guy Benny, man. I thought Benny was going to come through with me on the 2-0. He wins the first one 6-5, which I love when Benny wins 6-5. He likes it. He likes those gritty, tough matches. I wouldn't have been surprised if he would have won 6-5, 6-5, but I don't know what happened there. Eat your B-Day came back and
you don't mess with Eat Your B-Day, man.
You sure don't. But yeah, we had some upsets yesterday. But the Devils get the 4-2 victory over the Chargers today. We have, as you can tell by the jersey I'm wearing, we got Gauchieri and his Renegades taking on the Warriors. How about that? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors, who still haven't got a victory yet this season. A lot of ties, but no straight up victory. And I don't think that's going to change today, but let's go through the matches. We got Stan and Ben kicking things off versus Alex and Bradley. Current odds on that, courtesy of DraftKings Sportsbook. You can go over to DraftKings Sportsbook, go to the A to Z Sports. Just right underneath hockey is this thing called Highlight, and this is where you can bet it. And wow, Alex and Bradley are -560 favorite over Stan and Ben at +370. Alex and Bradley to win 2-0 is a -200. I don't think we see an upset here.
I don't think so either. I think you probably add Alex and Bradley. Ben's going to be mad at us, but you probably add Alex and Bradley to your parlay as a big favorite there. I don't think you mess with sets and correct scores, things like that. Just add that little -560 to your parlay.
Ben's already mad at us, so, I mean.
That's fair.
It's okay.
We love Ben.
We sure do. We also love this next guy, Gauchieri and Douglas. We love them both. But boy, oh boy, Gauchieri -280 favorite over Douglas. Douglas, the number 1 American highlight player. And Gauchieri is the number 1 highlight player in the world.
Take Gauchieri 2-1.
Clash of the Titans.
It is. Take Gauchieri 2-1 +280.
Ooh, Gauchieri 2-1 +280.
We know that guy likes to drop a set, and we know how good Douglas is, but I'm telling you, man, go Sherry. He's just kind of on another level.
I'm looking at Douglas first set plus 155 as well. Sprinkle a little bit on that.
There you go. I mean? There you go. I like that. Douglas first set plus 155. Go Sherry 2-1 plus 280. You pile it up there, man.
Yeah, if Douglas, eats his Wheaties this morning, has his Cuban coffee, maybe maybe he comes out hot. And we know, I don't know why. Gaucher he just wants a challenge. So he'll lose that first set just to make it interesting.
It does seem that way most of the time, man.
It sure does. Then we have up next, we have Stan and Flores versus Correa and Bradley. Stan and Flores plus 350 underdogs against Correa and Bradley minus 520. What do you think?
That's another one I think you add the minus 520 to your parlay, man.
Yep.
Let's
do if you parlay the minus 560 with the minus 520, you get minus 250. So we're there.
Put it with Go Sherry to win 2-1 over Douglas. You get plus 433.
Woo. If you just put Go Sherry to win, it's minus 111.
Minus 111. That's not a lot of juice there.
Nope. Another big favorite got Gonaga minus 230 favorite over Manny at plus 175. I don't disagree with those odds. What do you think? You got anything on that one?
I don't, but I think that's more of I think that one's going 3 sets. You look at Gonaga 2-1.
Okay. I like it. Then we got a good doubles pairing here. We got Go Sherry and Ben versus Douglas and Julin. Go Sherry and Ben is minus 154 favorite. Douglas and Julin plus 120 dogs. A little bit tighter odds. Probably those are the tightest odds we got on the board today.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna roll with Douglas and Julin in this one.
Woo! Plus 120. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. I do like that one.
That is right, Patriot. Another good idea is to smash that like button. Give that a little thumbs up for us. Appreciate you.
That's right, baby. That's right.
And then our last match of the night is Gonaga and Urbieta versus Alex and Manny. Gonaga and Urbieta is a minus 298 favorite over Alex and Manny at plus 220.
I think I'm gonna leave that one alone, man. I got a little put together I like here, but I'm gonna leave that last one alone.
Yeah, I don't got a great feeling on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pass on that one. So give us a parlay that you like.
All right, I'm gonna roll with Alex and Bradley on the money line over Stan and Ben minus 560. I'm gonna take Go Sherry 2-1 over Douglas at plus 280. Correa and Bradley minus 520 on the money line over Stan and Flores, and then Douglas and Julin plus 120 over Go Sherry and Ben. Parlay those together, get you a little plus 1074, man.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm gonna have we need to see one go in. I need to see one go in. So I'm gonna play it safe. I got a 3-leg parlay for you that pays pretty much even money plus 101. You put a couple of units on it, you get a couple of units. But I feel good. You got a couple of units in your pocket.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
We're gonna go Alex and Bradley money line, Correa and Bradley money line, and Gonaga money line.
Okay.
Big favorites.
Big favorites. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Exactly. But we're not getting cute. We're not going to do 2-1, 2-0, none of that. We're just going to pick some of these favorites to win, get a little even money action coming back our way. You too can place these bets over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Go check it out over there. We got the Renegades and the Warriors tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern over on ESPN 3, Fubo TV, and their YouTube channel. Links to all that is in the description of this stream or video, however you're watching it. This is the World Highlight League, a great sponsor of our show. Go check them out. Supporting them helps support us. If you want to help support us, go support them. Check it out, and it's a fun sport. We're very much into this and love it, as you can tell. I got all the jerseys.
All the jerseys.
That's right. And I got my Cesta back there, too. You like how I got that in the stream now? Look at that.
I see that, man. I see that.
Got the Cesta back there right next to Sonic. Oh,
looking good, bro. Looking good.
Beautiful. World Highlight League tonight, Renegades, Warriors, 5 p.m. Eastern. Tune in. We'll see you there.
Booyah.
Good morning, Ripper.
Good morning, Ripper.
How we doing?
How y'all doing? Patriot over there using that moderator. You got the bracket link pinned to the top of the chat there.
Oh, that is beautiful. God, he's a professional.
I'm telling you, man. We couldn't make it without him.
He is a professional, a specimen.
Which y'all don't know, he running all that from a wagon too.
Coolest looking wagon I've ever seen.
How good do you think the Wi-Fi is in the wagon?
He's got that Starlink, man.
Get that
He can
Starlink
take that
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi wherever he goes.
That's right. Let's go.
Crick, you got anything else? You looked at any of the stuff today? I haven't even looked at.
I haven't looked yet. We'll do pump the brakes this afternoon, man. Y'all know I'm moving slow
that's
this morning. I don't know if I'm going to mess with any of these damn college basketball games today.
Yeah, I don't like the playing stuff.
I don't like the playing stuff. I don't like the NIT early round stuff. You got a lot of teams that ain't real motivated if they're in the NIT. You got the playing games that could go either way. I don't think I'm messing with this, man. I'll get back to college basketball on Thursday when it matters again.
We're headed to the bottom of the ninth. 4-1 Dodgers are up. Unders looking great. Dodgers run line looking great. What could go wrong in the bottom of the ninth?
Say until the Cubbies hit a 3-run home run to send this to extras. Golly.
Just putting on a show there, huh?
Did Rory win the players yesterday?
He sure did.
He sure
did.
Okay.
I had no money on him.
Nobody had any money on Rory. We've been talking all that shit where if you bet 100 on Rory, you lose 100, yada, yada, yada. Rory finally won one. Don't bet him the rest of the year, y'all.
Yeah, don't do it. Everyone's going to love him in the Masters.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks defeat the Heat 116-95.
That damn thing went over by a point and a half. I had under 209.5.
Oh, I bet it at 210.5. Steps got it at 212.5. So Steps won.
Oh, goody.
But Bam went under, man.
Steps in his early line bets and shit.
Yeah,
gross.
It's snowing. Yeah.
That's so.
Why? I thought we were over this stuff. Why?
I thought y'all were too, man.
It just all of a sudden got back down to 29 and snowing, so this is gonna be a fun drive to work. Rockets, Sixers go to overtime. Rockets win 144-137. The Sixers said, "Hey, good job. We got to overtime. We want no business winning this game," and they get outscored 13-6.
The 76ers were whipping their ass the whole game.
It's all part of the plan. Dude, Grimes, 46 points, 13 rebounds. Have yourself a day, sir.
Yeah, have a day, bud.
Another overtime game. Pacers, Timberwolves. Pacers, 132-130 win over the Timberwolves there. Obi Toppin, 34 points. Ant-Man, 38 points.
Is that his brother that plays for Texas Tech? There's like a JT Toppin that plays for Texas Tech or something. Is that Obi Toppin? Is it? Okay.
Yep. Pistons, 127-81 victory over the Pelicans. The Pelicans put up 32 points in the first half. That is not a real basketball organization.
They got beat by 46 damn points in an NBA basketball game.
How do you put up 32 points in the first half?
It's because you got the worst name in sports.
The Pistons had 35 points in the first quarter. How did Zion get 30 points in this game? Like, if you're down by 31 points,
he's just hucking and chucking, bro.
You should probably sit Zion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he shouldn't even be playing no more in the second half. You're right.
Bulls defeat the Jazz 111-97.
I hate both of these teams with every fiber of my being.
Listen, Crick, I'll give you a little tip about betting the NBA. Just, especially this time of the year, just don't bet bad teams.
Don't bet them. Don't even look.
Don't bet against them. Don't bet on them. Just stay away, and instead take a team like the Nuggets 114 win over the Warriors 105.
No, I took the Warriors.
Oh.
Fucking
Speaking of bad teams, the Suns. Terrible.
The Nuggets won that damn game without Joker even playing.
I know.
Well, you should have bet the team.
You should have went with your. It wasn't just Joker. It wasn't even just him, dude. Aaron Gordon.
He had 38 damn points. They set the star in the NBA. You bet on that team.
Well, they sat him and they sat what's his name? Point guard for him.
Jamal Murray.
Murray, yeah, both of them sat.
I
remember people saying they were pissed off. They're like, God, I bet the Nuggets beforehand, and then they sit there 2 stars, like 2 hours before the game starts. This is bullshit. Hate betting the NBA.
I would have been upset. I would have been more because I put this bet in at like noon yesterday, my time, when it was minus 4.5 Warriors. I wouldn't even been upset if I'd bet the Nuggets. They told me those guys were sitting out.
That's right, Leslie. She says 52 viewing, 13 likes, do better. Lazy tards, finger that thumb button. Yeah, get in there.
That's right. Get in there.
Get in there and give it a good old.
That's right.
So we want you to do the like button there.
That's right.
Kings 132-122 win over the Grizzlies. Blazers 112 win. 112-97 win over the Wizards. And speaking of bad teams,
Why I keep trusting them?
trust who?
The Wizards.
They suck. Don't trust.
Well, I know. I keep thinking every time that team's getting like 6 or 7
quit
points.
betting on bad teams.
I know.
So you can bet on bad teams. Steps got one up on us in that under, but he keeps going back to I keep telling him, Crick, don't bet the Spurs. The Spurs got no business wanting to win. All right. There's like 2 games left the rest of the season that they're going to probably win that they have circled because they can't like, there's some teams that they just can't catch. They can't catch like the Wizards here, right? They can't catch some of the, but there's a couple teams that they just need to stay underneath behind. And so they can get in that like 5-6 slot, odds wise of getting a ping pong ball and whatnot.
Right.
The Lakers is this is not a game that they're planning on winning. And Steps took the points with the Spurs. I don't know why. And the Lakers get a 125-109 win. Quit betting the Spurs. I'll tell you when to bet the Spurs. I've got it dialed in.
When's that supposed to be?
Not last night.
Not last night.
Not last night.
That's fair. You were right, sir.
What do we got in the association today, real quick? Hawks versus Hornets, Nets versus Celtics, Bucks versus Warriors, Cavs versus Clippers. Cavs snapped their 16-game winning streak. Do they bounce back tonight, or do we look at the Clippers tonight?
I can't keep betting against the damn Cavs, dude. I can't do it every time. Yep, that's right. Patriots 100% in MLB picks. But every time I bet against the Cavs, thinking they're going to lose, they win by 20.
Look at that. I told you guys the under was never a doubt. 4-1 victory for the Dodgers.
Never a doubt. Easy money.
The Tokyo series, baby.
Yep. Can't neither one of them beat the Hanshin Tigers.
They sure can't. They sure can't.
That's right.
Why do we have a picture of Tom and Giselle down here? I don't get it.
I don't know. I can never understand those stupid ass advertisements at the bottom of ESPN.
Yeah, I can't either. Anyways, Crick, another great show today. We will be talking more brackets tomorrow. We're 1 day away. Tomorrow's show will be 1 day away.
Yep, I'm going to fill mine out today, man. Climb in there and figure it out.
I'm going to try to go live tonight. We'll see.
You go try. We know you'll try, man.
No, I'll try.
You might have another twin fight. You don't know.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you smash the like button on the way out. Share this out there. Let people know where to find the show. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern, you will have Pump the Brakes to get Heavy Steps opinion with Crickets. And maybe Cricket will be awake by then. Not guaranteed.
No guarantees, man. No guarantees.
Maybe. But we'll see you guys tonight. And once again, for this show, back in the morning at 4:30 a.m. as always. But until then,
good luck, good gambling,
and game on.